Hey Sagittarius, it's Christine with Indigo Wings, and this is your love reading for January. I am late on it, just like I was with the December readings, and I apologize. Life just keeps happening, and I'm one of those people. I'm an empath. I think a lot of people who do spiritual work are empaths, and so this moon that we had on January 5th, the 6th, depending on where you were, and the solar eclipse, like all of the changing energies have really got to me. And then also I've got little kids, and we're just kind of, like the last month has just been kind of a crazy time. So I have it now. So thanks for being patient with me. So what did I want to tell you? So this is just general reading. So since it is a general reading, and for a large number of people, it might not resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. It just is not the message for you. If you do resonate with this message, you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, check out my website. It's in the description box below. You can email me as well, and we can get something set up. So I'm going to turn the camera down so that you can see the cards, and we will get started with the reading. So let's see. I feel like you can see those okay. Okay. All right, so the theme for you this month is playfulness. And what I'm getting with this card is that you need to lighten up. I feel like whatever situation you're in or the connection that you are in, it's too heavy. There's too much like serious, heavy energy. It might not be brought to the connection by you, but it's there. And I feel like it's because there's things that you are looking for or wanting to know, or like wanting things to move in a particular direction, and you just have to kind of go with the flow right now. You can't force it. But being in this heavy energy it's not going to take you where you want to go. So I think it's really important for you to just try to maintain a lighthearted energy as you move through the month. So the first card that comes out, well, two of them that came out I want to talk about. We have the Nine of Earth, and then we have Awakening. And so the message that I'm getting here is that you need to be more focused on yourself and your career, your business, whatever it is that you have that brings in money, and you need to be focused on self-care. This period that we're in is kind of like, like a shift. What's the word I'm looking for? Like we're reframing in some ways how we look at things and how we deal with things and how we're moving forward. Which is what's coming out to me with this Awakening card. I feel like the way you've been going about things has not served you as well as going about it other ways could. And so I think that this is a period of time where you really you need to be reflecting and looking at what's working and what's not, and maybe seeing things from a different perspective. The clarifying cards, though, we have the Two of Wands and then the Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like instead of doing what I just said about the focusing on yourself, I feel like you are wanting to move forward with somebody, and I think it's the connection, that I said is maybe a little too serious. I feel like you might be trying to like force forward motion or kind of push for it, because you want to see things move forward. You want to kind of keep things going. But I feel like, you know, you're kind of going against the grain. You're going against the current with trying to prod things along. Because now I think it's just not really the time for you to move forward in the way that you want to. And the next card that comes up, we have the Ace of Earth, you know, being, you know, beginnings. This is new things coming in, new opportunities, you know, and I think that if you put your focus on that 9 of Earth energy, if you put it on yourself and your career, you're going to see some things going well for you in terms of abundance, career, seeing forward motion with those types of ventures. But I feel like you're sort of, I think, so let me just tell you the cards that I had that come out as clarifiers. We have the 5 of Cups and we have the 7 of Wands. And I feel like, you know, you're super focused on whatever it is that didn't work out the way you wanted it to. And, you know, with this card, I often, you know, I'm reminded to talk about certain things with this card, because you have this person who is focused on these 3 cups that have turned over, but behind them, there's 2 cups that are upright. And I feel like there's just too much focus on the things that are not going the way you want them to go, that you're missing the cups that are upright. And I think you're kind of like, I feel like you're really like kind of standing your ground on this too. Like, and it's like you're stubborn. And you know, like you've put so much effort and work into this connection that, you know, I feel like you were so attached to a particular outcome that you're just not wanting to see how things are still like going well in certain areas. You know, and I feel like you need to let go of the attachment that you have to expectations and things looking a certain way, because you can still have the connection and experience the connection that you have while, you know, with it not looking exactly the way you thought it would look. And I think that there's reasons why it's kind of unfolding the way that it is right now, because I think there's just certain things that you need to do for yourself in this period of time with the energies. You know, I feel like there's going to be some really intense energies taking place between January 5th and I think it's like January 21st, maybe 22nd, right around there. It's toward the end of January when the lunar eclipse is taking place. And I feel like you kind of need to really be looking inward and focusing on yourself and taking care of yourself, because I feel like those energies for some of you are going to be really intense, and you need to just be more focused on how you're doing and how you're feeling and how you're moving forward. And so the next 2 cards that come out are the 9 of Air and the 5 of Earth. And so and I do feel like some of this, again, it is influenced by this energetic period that we're in, because we're moving away from things that are not serving us, and, you know, moving toward better things. And eclipse timeframes tend to be a little bit more intense for people, and I feel like you're going to be feeling this. And, you know, the 9 of Air is, you know, anxiety and worry and distress, but it's kind of like worrying about things that you don't need to be worried about. And the 5 of Earth You know, this is a card of fear as well. This is a card of feeling like you're going to be left out in the cold. A card that is like fears about money, not having what you need. And, you know, and I feel like it's going to take you to a place where you're going to reevaluate some things. You know, and I think reevaluate what is serving you and what isn't serving you. And the cards that come out here are the Chariot and the Ace of Wands. And I feel like once you are aware of what's not serving you and, you know, kind of you're taking the steps to clear those things out, I really think just being aware of what's not serving you is going to be a big piece. But I feel like you're going to be able to move forward with new opportunities that are coming towards you. But I think that there's like this, you kind of need to take care of the inside before you can focus and go outward. The surrender card for the month is surrender to complete healing, and I think this is super appropriate for given the reading, because I think that there's things that you need to take care of for yourself, things that maybe need to be healed or begun healing within you. This card says, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. And I do think that what's happening with this period of time energetically is kind of, you know, paving the way for some of this healing for you. So for some of you, you might feel like you're really kind of going through the ringer this month, and you kind of are, like, emotionally and energetically. But I think what's really important to note here, you know, and I feel like if you can take anything away from this reading, take away this, you know, focus on yourself and reflect and kind of get in tune with what you've got going on in your emotions and your feelings, because I think that the more you focus on yourself and the less you focus on your connection and you know, what's going on outside, the more easily you'll get to this part where you do start to move forward with the new opportunities. So Sagittarius, that is your reading for January. I'm sure I will be seeing you soon with the February reading. I pretty much plan on finishing these January readings and then starting February, so maybe I can actually get them out on time. I hope that this reading was helpful for you, and I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, and you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, check out the description box below. And that's it. I will see you guys soon. Have a great day.